Alright people, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. We've been doing some testing on a front and rear technology under our SFEG, Fusion Light Energy Gain. Let's see what I need here. And getting ready to go outside, do some more testing. Because we have a lot of testing to do. And then there is a place I do want to rent for inside, for some inside testing other than being here. So I'm definitely going to be out there inside of there doing some testing demonstrations in their environment. I do like it's big, it's open, plenty of room. I can throw my projectors back a good distance in there and have some fun. Let me see. We have cord. Now we're supposed to be outside to do a demonstration on a larger surface, but the reason why we couldn't do it because the larger surface is a little thicker than the rest of the surfaces that I use. And outside they have these benches, and these benches have these little grooves in it, and the grooves fit perfectly for the screens. The screens can set up in there quite nicely. The problem is that the screen we have over there and the larger screens are a little thicker and they don't fit in the grooves. So I'm gonna have to order me a special stand that something I can take with me out there to set up, and then I can do the demonstration that way instead. That'll make it just so much easier. Let me see. And we need tape. We need tape. And we got a water bottle here. The water bottle uses your stand sometimes like this, and it's not leaking. That's one of the leaking in my. I'm going to put that. Put that to the side. Put that here. Let me see what else we need. We need a machine to power everything up. So that. Chili knife for work. Let's see. And I just need the generator system. Cell phone. I could change the generator with that. I also want to do in another area of the park. I want to do a outside paint-on demonstration with projectors set up. So we'll do a half and half with gray and white, and then we'll paint over it like we did back in the day. We did one on an 8. We'll do it again. This time we're going to do it at 300 lumens outside, and we're going to show half of it with the gray and white screens bring up outside compared to our technology, and then paint over the whole entire thing. I like the fact that I find myself more and more every morning outside and less inside. Okay, that's everything right there. Data cable there. I'm in the process of finishing up my screen here. I have to bring in two 235.1 projectors so I can expand it for the next connect system. And the other guy's going to bring in the edge blending software so it all blends into one screen. We can control with our hands. That's what he's bringing in. Right now I'm running the line for how we want to hook in the light system from top to bottom. We can definitely use a halo system for this. But it can't attach to the panels. So we gotta figure that one out. And meanwhile, we got to finish building that PC. That involves the flex screen over here for display. So then I'll be outside. Oh yeah, City Scene 235.1 wraparound. I've never had a 235.1 wraparound. I've had 235.1 screens, yes. I've never had a 235. This one has a bit of a wide setting attached to it. It does a bit of a 235.1, but it's not actually 235.1. And these screens at 36, at 24 by 36 are 235.1 setups. Yep. I gotta get me a little holder for this too, for my sample sheet. Now, when I'm doing my videos outside, I am going to mention why we feel that our technology is more advanced than ALR. I've been on some forum sites on that one, on that topic, and we don't show them the videos yet. We have the conversation with them first, and they get to explain why it's a tradition, and it's a good anti-light gain, and this, that, and the other, and then we show them the demonstrations of the screens outside and end of conversation. Now the questions start. See, this is what I like about going to forum sites. We go to forum sites, it's rare we're met with people with insults, because that's YouTube altogether. YouTube has insults. Forum sites we go to basically try to figure out what the new technology is, when the new technology is coming out. They ask all the questions that we need to know. YouTube has it too, but majority there's a lot of trolls on YouTube. Very angry individuals that have problems. But anyway, they're just met with just insults. That's pretty much it. When I'm in the business, and you can see I'm serious about my business. I don't have time for the nonsense. When you basically are communicating with me with emojis and insults, that tells me you don't have anything. It doesn't insult me at the end of the day. It just tells me you don't have anything. Because that's what people reach for when they don't have nothing, is insults. Because they figure the insults are going to hurt the individual, and that's going to make them upset. No. For some people, you have just told us you don't have anything. That's pretty much the end of it for us. We move on. In your head rent-free again, ain't I? Yeah. I'm in your head rent-free. Constantly all the time. Because I know how your brain is wired. If you had something to show, then you would show it. That's what people usually do when they have something to show. They show it, you know. But when you have nothing but insults, and that's all you have, you just told me at the end of the day, crystal clear, you have nothing. And that means I win. In your mind, you tell yourself that if I insult him and say nasty things, this will bother him. No. You're thinking like a child. Kids think that way. That's why when you say something, always respond back by crushing you. Like doing screens that we know you can't do. Demonstrations we know you can't complete. And challenges that we can send easily to your front door business that we know you can't complete. You just end up out and embarrassing yourself. That's how we deal with situations. So, the insults? No, that doesn't bother me. That shows me you have nothing left. Am I right? I'm right, you have nothing left. All right then, I'm going to go outside and play. If you have nothing left, when you issue insults, how much more it will be when we go to court. You can't do that in there, by the way. You have to answer questions clean, crisp, and clear so we all can hear it. Other than that, I'm going to go play out in the sun like I usually do, and pretty much they're just going to cry, which they usually do. Kind of used to it. Ugh. Because I don't see any YouTube videos of any company, screen paint maker, anyone. I don't see any videos of them packing up bags, going out doing demonstrations in multiple locations outside in the daytime hours. No, I just see a lot of demonstrations of fake ambient light rejection technology in dark environments, trying to say, oh, we can pull up. No, please stop doing that. It's so embarrassing. You really don't know what you're doing, honestly. Well, they tell you that from the door, that you do not know what you're doing at all, period. If you're claiming that you know ambient light rejection technology, you don't. We're 24,000 in the office. You're nowhere near 24,000 in your video demonstrations. You're way lower than that. Especially with the way you have lights spilt around the environment. Try to give off that fake illusion. I'm in eco mode right now on my projector. So we're not even running at full capacity. There's no point. That'd just be overkill. No calibration, none of that nonsense. To read that black level. It's very important to read that black level. Can't skip that. I don't know how people skip that one for so long. And skip a contrast level completely. Gone, not there. You don't act like you don't need it. And then I guess the only way they can show a black level is you have to be with the lights out. What's the deal with that? Why are you with the lights out? Oh, get your contrast levels to pick up. That's what it is. That's sad. Because what happens to the customer when they get it and they turn the lights on? So I got some very interesting emails on the contacts and compliments and ask you a simple question. This is my environment, 24,000 in the ceiling. We are not adjusting lights. We're not putting an ambient light controlled environment. We're not doing any of that. My projector in the demonstration cost me $16.25. It's an 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. It doesn't have an HDMI port. I do not plan to buy another one. I do not plan to calibrate that. How are you going to get your product to work in my environment? Now, so that has stripped away all your abilities to be able to sell your product. You can't coach me into ambient light controlling the environment. You can't coach me into calibrating. You can't even coach me into buying a new projector. So how's your stuff work either way? How's it going to work in the environment? I can't wait to send those emails out. They're personal, by the way. I will be contacting each one of them and having this conversation with them because I'm going to show you my environment. I want to show you at the end of the day how are you going to get a screen to operate in my environment. That means your cheat sheets are now taken away. That's what happens to your screen when we bring you in here. When I bring in any environment, I take you outside. That's what happens. When I see people blocking up windows and stuff like that and trying to hide from the light, and here you're going to be in the light. And you won't even have the high power projectors to save you. Well, good luck on all that. The first one will be the fellow on eBay who made the statement that high-powered screens and this, that, and the other. Well, let's see how you pan out in our environments. Microphones on the side. Of course microphones are on the side. Always on the side. Let's see. Are we on this one or on this one? Now, for us, it's white levels. For you gray screens, And screens are supposed to be ambient rejection, because I see a lot of those gray screens saying they're ambient rejection. Can you see this? Can you read that in any way whatsoever without costing me more money? Because I can read a white label on our technology. Without that white label, we can't read the AG47. We wouldn't be able to pick up anything on the screen, especially in a fully lit environment, especially outside. So question is, can you see that? Because I'm not making claims at the end of the day that I'm reading 100% white level. You guys are making claims you read black levels, and you know you don't see that stuff. So when we come back in, up close and personal, can you see this? Now, if you're going to advise me to go out and get a projector higher than 4,001 contrast, that's going to cost me money. I like my $16.25 machine I have over here. Why should I have to spend more money to fix your problem at the end of the day? Why should I then change my environment to fix your problem at the end of the day? Why should I spend all that money for a projector you suggested me to buy to turn around and have to calibrate that machine? Sounds like more problems to me. So that's the topic. Can you get that to work? All right, people, gotta go. Gotta be outside. I got testing to do. Just gotta add that in there real quick. So, surely, I will be contacting companies, asking that question. Simple and plain. Changing the environment. How do we get this to work in my environment? Same questions you're going to have for outside. How is your white screen going to pull up by 100% contrast, maintain beautiful color levels, without me spending more than that $16.25 projector over there? If you can't get that projector to work in my environment and where I'm at, it ain't worth buying your products. Because it means either way, I'm going to darken my environment, spend a lot of money for a projector, and still want to calibrate that machine. Somebody once said in a video, which was a complete lie, calibration is changing and adjusting the menu in your projector. That's a lie. One person who lies constantly all the time. No, there's software for that, for calibration. As a matter of fact, go to forum sites, there's all types of software that they have for calibrating your projector. If that was the case and you could adjust it from inside your projector, what would be the purpose of companies making a software to calibrate if you could do it from inside the projector? Lie. All right, people, I gotta go. I'm going out to play. See you later.